I've been giving my time and attention to the wrong shit. I can't admit I've been neglecting myself. Neglecting myself, yeah. But I climbed up out the trenches, flipped the script like a gymnast, and lately I've been impressing myself.
Hey, yo, what's going down? I'm OD, and this is Slump Sessions, the show that is the culture. This episode is brought to you by FishScale84. Head over to fishscale84.com. Copy some clothes, copy a fit, whatever you want. Copy something. You're going to be the flyest motherfucker in the city. And Reneka App Builders. Head over to Reneka App Builders. Get you a website. Get you an app. Step your app game up. Get you some social media marketing. Whatever you want. We're going to get into that a little bit later. We got Tony Dark in the building. Hey, Tony Dark. Glad to have you here, man.
Appreciate having me, man.
It's dope. Dope getting into your music, listening to it. You got a lengthy catalog.
Yeah.
You got a lot of different stuff, man.
Yeah.
Let's start it out with, man. Why don't you let everybody know who you are, what you do?
All right. Tony Dark Music. For those who don't know, Tony Dark. I'm a Houston-based producer, mainly hip hop, but do it all.
Houston-based producer. You do a lot of different stuff, though. I mean, you're a DJ for what is Mikey Woods. Mickey Woods.
Mickey Woods, yeah.
You're a DJ, you're a producer, man. You do a lot of different stuff out here.
Yeah. I'm a jack of all trades.
Hey, so where are you from, man?
I really grew up in Sugarland, man.
Okay.
Grew up in Sugarland. I was born off Westheimer. Back when there was a hospital on Westheimer.
That was where you were born?
Yeah.
Hey, they closed it down or what?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Years ago, I think.
Man, I don't really go out to that side of town so much.
Yeah.
What was it like growing up out there?
I mean, I had it good. My pops owned a tire shop, and so, I came from a little bit of money, and it was great. I had a good childhood.
But growing up, your dad owned a tire shop, but did you grow up around music or?
Yeah, my dad actually was in and out of bands his whole life, played guitar, sung for the church, stuff like that. So that's how I got into music. I would listen to my dad. My dad has a huge collection of vinyl, or did. And I would always listen to his vinyl and stuff like that and just get into the music. And then I started playing guitar. I took guitar lessons at 13, started playing guitar. And same, I was in and out of bands, couldn't really keep one together type thing, So I kind of, and I had an older brother, and he introduced me to hip-hop when I was younger, you know. And so I always had a love for hip-hop. When I found Tribe, Tribe changed my life. Tribe Called Quest. That
changed
shit.
A lot of people's lives. It changed the course of music.
Yeah, and so I always loved hip hop. It was always in me. Even when I was playing, I guess you could call it alternative rock back in the day. But yeah, man, I just kind of had a love for hip hop, and it always stuck around. And then when I couldn't figure out how to keep a band together, or I just kind of started playing around and making beats and rapping. I really started rapping first, and then I was with some homies, and we were just rapping on mixtape beats, and I was tired of that. So I was like, you know what, man, I can make these beats, and so I just started making beats. And man, they would, my homies were like, yeah, this is tight. So it was.
So I mean, that's cool. I mean, you started out in a band. That's different, but it gave you a foundation for knowing music.
Yeah, it definitely I think it gave me more insight, on how to put actually music together. Yeah.
So getting into hip hop and stuff was really a transition in your life from being somebody who was just playing guitar trying to keep a band together to I want to do hip hop.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, like I said, I always had a big love for hip hop But when I really started actually producing is when it was like, yeah, it's this is real. I could actually pursue this, you know.
Why did you stop rapping?
I just don't have the patience for it, as weird as that sounds. Like, and I have so many talented homies that rap that I just don't want to compete with that.
It's tough because there's a lot of people who are rapping and stuff.
Yeah, but there's a lot of producers too.
Yeah.
You know, our industry, I think, is filled with a lot of part-time
rappers,
part-time musicians,
Yeah.
part-time entertainers, not even just, you know, not even rappers or
Yeah.
producers. I mean, you know, there's a lot of stuff that just being an entertainer, like, I don't know, you know, but yeah, I just wanted to really hone on something I loved.
One thing you didn't want to have to do both.
Yeah, and I really love producing over rapping, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, your dad had a big vinyl collection and stuff, so you grew
Yeah.
up when, you know, being around that. A lot of kids nowadays don't grow up around vinyl.
Yeah, most definitely.
I grew up, my dad had a big vinyl collection, and I would go through his. We'd stay up fucking just
Yeah.
throwing on different records.
Exactly.
And that's crazy that a lot of kids nowadays don't have that era. They're just growing up in MP3 eras.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you think being that kind of helped shape you a little bit?
I mean, I definitely think it helped influence my sound, you know? I'm just not the norm of when you would hear a Houston producer, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it just made my sound a little more detailed and maybe out of the box for our location or
Definitely.
geographically. You see what I mean?
Yeah, it's real hip hop. It's real, like, straight to the elements of hip hop.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's what I like about it.
Yeah, I try to like keep it a little more funky, you know?
Yeah.
And definitely, you know, drums are super important to me. So anything I do, the drums is probably knocking, and it's got a dope swing to it.
And I think, well, from what I get is you don't overproduce something.
Yeah, most definitely. I definitely think there's a thing called overproducing.
Yeah, you try to fill up every single little spot with some kind of sound, and it just kind of drowns it out.
Yeah.
And I think your music is very like you said, it's funky. It rides. You know, it's really good to the ear.
I appreciate that. I definitely there's a thing that you have to let stuff breathe. You know?
That's what I was trying to. I couldn't think of the word.
Yeah, and it's important, you know. I definitely and I always, when I make music, I always have an artist in mind, or not even in mind, but you know, keep the mind that an artist
is gonna go over
might get on this. So that an artist is your main instrument.
Yeah.
As a producer, you see what I mean? So you don't want to overfill a joint and there's no room for an artist now.
Some producers will try to overproduce it and try to have that outshine the actual artist. You know, that beat was dope, but then the artist didn't get nothing.
Yeah.
I think what you do is you give the artist a really good spot and really good pocket and stuff for being able to show what they can do lyrically.
Yeah, most definitely.
I like that.
I appreciate
a lot of, you know, artists, a lot of producers nowadays, you know, is really trap heavy.
Yeah.
And you keep it to the elements.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely have my fair share of trap beats in the on deck, you know. But it's just not what I love, you know.
Yeah.
But I think that there's a time and a place for everything, for sure. Oh yeah, I definitely got trap beats on deck.
So do you have like stuff that's not like in your catalog that you produce for other people, or?
Yeah.
You definitely do?
Yeah.
I want to hear some of your trap stuff. I didn't see. I was looking at like all your beat tapes and stuff, but
my shit.
yeah. I want to hear some of the trap. I
did a joint for Doe Man on his project a couple projects ago that was trap-esque, you know.
Dope Man's dope.
Yeah, he's the man.
Yeah, I saw him on your tape. I had him over here for the show. We did an interview with him.
Yeah, those good people.
Yeah, he's good. He's definitely a good rapper too. He's definitely lyrical. But that's cool. I mean, I like how you're versatile.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you got to keep your sword sharp.
Definitely.
You know,
Like-
I gotta stay one above all these other fools. So
Like with anything, it's a learning skill. It's a skill, so you gotta keep pushing. You can't just be one dimensional.
exactly.
So kind of, how did you get into like honing your ability to produce?
I think it's just, man, it's just really the love of music and the records, you know? I mean, you know, for the most part, I'm a pretty sample heavy producer.
I like that though.
So it's just in the love of music, man. I can just be listening to something and it'll spark something creativity out of me, and I'll literally drop what I'm doing and go flip that record I just heard, you know, or take the bass line out of it, and you know, just it's just about the creativity, man, and inspiration, you know. What
is it like, you know, going in and kind of crate digging where you're trying to look for samples and stuff?
Tedious.
I'm sure you have to listen to a lot of stuff before you actually find the sample you want.
Yeah, most definitely. And well, I mean, it just depends, you know, really. You could throw on a record and it could be the first record that you love and you hear something that quick. Or yeah, you could go through a couple different records and not be happy with, you know, you might hear an idea that you could have, but you're not sold on it type shit.
It could be something that you pull out, you like it, and then you get like halfway through, like, all right, this is not working out.
Yeah.
And then you have to scrap it, and then you go, that's crazy.
It's trial and error, man.
That's crazy. I don't know the whole, like the legal things behind actually sampling. How much can you actually sample?
You can sample as much as you want.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, see, I didn't know. I thought it was like a frame that you have like 6 seconds you can sample or something like that. And
I mean, you know, I think people are afraid of sampling because they hear people get sued on it, but hip hop was based on sampling, bro.
Yeah.
Drum breaks, drum loops, like just
that was the core of it.
That was it. And then they'd find like a funky bass line that, you know, they heard on another song and put it on top of that drum loop, and there's your joint.
That's crazy how before it was just the DJ, you know, bringing the break back, you know, that's it, over and over, and then finally they came up with the technology to sample something.
Yeah.
That right there was a game changer, especially for
hip hop,
for producers, for hip hop.
Most definitely.
So, what did you kind of start off on?
I started. Man, my pops bought me like this little keyboard that I really kind of started on.
Yeah.
But I really started making beats in Reason.
Okay. So, but the keyboard.
It was cool, you know,
Yeah.
like it was dope, really. Like I wish I still had it because I could probably sample stuff off of it that would be tight now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't have it anymore. But nah, it had like, you know, you could program some dope drums in it, and yeah, it was tight. It was before its time, and I was young back then, so it was.
I like the idea of getting into the records and stuff, and it really like kind of increases the knowledge behind the producer of just in general music.
Yeah.
Because you have to go through so much, and you learn different artists and stuff from back in the day. What is some of your favorite artists to actually sample?
To actually sample? There's so many, bro. I mean, you know, there's thousands and thousands.
I mean,
dope records. I mean, you know, like when I really first started, you know, I of course like. I'm influenced by my pops heavy, you know, like what he listened to. So like a lot of Bee Gees, like Marvin Gaye, Miles Davis, like, you know, just like the norm. And then I went a little heavier, but you know, I can't just disclose everything I be sampling.
Okay, well, one thing I want to know is what is the most like obscure thing that you've actually found a sample in or something?
Most obscure thing I've sampled, maybe like a old drug-free campaign, like an 80s drug-free campaign they ran on the TV, or it was like a commercial. I sampled that, like one of those.
Okay, that's pretty, I mean, it's different.
But I don't know if that's obscure, like
it kind of is.
Well, yeah, you got to go find it.
Yeah,
you see what I mean? It's something that you probably wouldn't.
And how did you find that?
Just I remember it as a kid.
So you remembered it?
Yeah, but finding it was YouTube.
Oh.
You know,
that's crazy. Also, that's another thing is like YouTube has everything.
Yeah, it definitely has a lot, but there's like you'll never get in depth on YouTube as you will crate digging. You see what I mean? Because YouTube's not gonna have all album cuts. It's what people have uploaded.
Yeah.
You know. So when you go straight to the source and you go like digging in some,
and that's
some vinyl,
that's like a whole experience in itself.
Yeah,
going to the shop, going through everything, finding the few that you want. You're like, that's a whole experience in itself.
Yep.
I think it's dope looking back at like the old documentaries and stuff of where Q-Tip and stuff started, and they were all talk about going to crate digging, and they had the conventions and stuff.
Yeah.
What do you think about like that? Do we still have? I think we do have something like a vinyl convention or something.
There in Houston?
Yeah, I think I had seen one.
I mean, there's actually a vinyl warehouse out in Stafford.
Wow.
That it's open every first Saturday, I believe. So it's not like, it's not like
every day.
Yeah, but it's serious. Like that's the only gym I would tell people. Like there's this old school cat has a lot of dope stuff you'll never see.
That's crazy. That's accumulated over time.
Yeah, and you can tell like, every month for that next month he's shopping. He's buying stuff for his store to like he's just buying people's vinyls. I guarantee it. But
even behind like just production, the vinyl culture in general is very heavy. Like
it's got
the people who are into it are really serious about it.
Yeah.
And it's got this whole kind of culture, and especially now some people get into it just because it's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's trendy.
Yeah.
It's become more trendy.
It definitely has. What do you think of the people who just kind of follow it just because it's trendy?
I think it's tight. Low key, you know? Because, I mean, if they get into it, if it becomes a passion, then it's cool. Trends help people grow.
That's true.
You see what I mean? Like, you can't knock somebody because they found it late. Like, you see what I mean? Like, like you said, some kids never even grew up with a vinyl record in their house or a turntable. You see what I mean? So you can't blame them for hopping on vinyls late.
That's cool though. I like that you're not so against it.
Yeah,
it's all for the growth of it though.
Yeah, growth is key.
I kind of want to know, how'd you get your name Tony Dark? I'm just curious about that.
Yeah, well, my first name's Anthony, so that's where the Tony came from.
Hey, shout out to the Anthonys out there. That's my middle name.
Yeah, and then the Dark came from Dark Market. It was like a crew we used to. It was from my rapping days.
Dark Market.
And it was like a crew we rocked. Like it was, a crew of us we rocked together.
Would anybody be able to find that music or?
It's possible. Maybe.
Do you still listen to it?
Nah.
No? When's the last time you listened to it?
It's been a minute, man, since I listened to some Dark Market shit. It's been a minute.
What was kind of y'all style?
East Coast hip hop.
East Coast.
Yeah, it was three of us. And to the other two homies, one's from Brooklyn and one's from Philly. So,
okay,
it was they influenced me.
That's cool that you got. I saw, I was watching your interview with Be Real.
Yeah. Shout out to Be Real.
Hey, that's dope. I thought that was really cool. I was like, man, I might have somebody that was on.
Yeah.
On the Be Real show, the Dr. Green Thumb.
Yeah,
that's dope. How did you actually get on that?
Through my big homie House Shoes. House Shoes is a LA-based DJ / owns a record label out there, and he's kind of like my big homie / mentor. And first time I went out to LA, he had a surprise and took me up there, and I fucking shit a brick because I was nervous.
You looked high as fuck in that interview.
I was definitely high as hell. I mean, when in Rome, right? I guess.
Definitely. But no, I thought what was interesting is that you said you grew up on Tribe, and East Coast is really what kind of shaped you and stuff. Why the East Coast? Why was it just Tribe or?
No, not. I mean, the Big's probably my favorite rapper of all time.
Okay.
No, it's just something about it, bro. Like I can't even describe it. It's just I don't know. I went to that. I merged to that. It just drew me in. I don't know.
It did. It's definitely like, I don't know, intriguing, but like mesmerizing. Whenever you see like the old stuff and you know the way they just flowed, the way the producers and everything just worked together, it's amazing out there.
And see, I was young enough when in '96. To appreciate the releases, you see what I mean?
See, I wish I was, but you know,
I was young, but I was still old enough.
Yeah,
but yeah, man. And like I said, I had an older brother, and I always wanted to be like him, and so whatever he was listening to, I wanted to listen to, you know. So it just it grew on me, man, and yeah.
That's the same for me. But my brother grew up listening to a lot of like Juvenile and shit.
Yeah.
So I wanted to be like that too. I wanted to listen to that.
Yeah.
But I mean,
we went through our Master P phase.
Oh,
bro.
definitely. But I mean, East Coast. So East Coast at that time was a lot of the East Coast and West Coast. What kind of like do you like about both? Like West Coast had its own style, East Coast had its own style.
Yeah, I like the grittiness of the East Coast and the funkiness of the West.
Okay,
that's plain and simple.
So I was doing a lot of like research for you and stuff, and I was just curious. I wanted to kind of give you some producers and see what you like about them or what you don't like about them. Okay.
Okay.
So obviously we got to start it out with Dilla. What do you like about Dilla?
God, everything. Dilla's Jesus Christ. To me.
I mean, in the music, he's done so much, and he's changed so much.
Yeah.
The way he worked
in very little time.
Yeah, the way he worked his machines, the way he produced things and put it out. It was changing. It's
crazy. It's crazy.
What about Q-Tip? You said Tribe Called Quest kind of started you out. What about his production and stuff?
Q-Tip, man, I loved, and I still love what Q-Tip was doing. Like, I don't know, man. When I first heard Midnight Marauders, like that album, like I just remember like sitting like, oh my God, like how did he make these beats, you know? But to answer your question, Q-Tip's sample selection is probably the illest.
Definitely. I like that answer.
Yeah.
What about like somebody like Dr. Dre? Oh, complete opposite.
Yeah. Nah, Dr. Dre, I love him because he just knew how to make anthems, like, and his music sounded so big.
Definitely. And he grew. He's somebody who's still doing it today. That's been able to stand the test of time. I mean, Q-Tip's still doing it too.
Yeah.
But Dr. Dre's definitely doing his thing out there too. What about somebody like a Pete Rock or something?
Man, Pete Rock is. I love Pete, you know. But it's just low key the same as Tip, man. Just their sample selection and how they were so ahead of their time back then. People still not like making shit like that, you know? And that shows you how genius they were.
They definitely were. And I think, like you said, Q-Tip sample selection, that's a genius thing in itself.
Yeah.
Because he can find something so little that he's going to sample but flip it into something amazing.
Yeah.
What about somebody like an Organized Noise or something, you know, some Southern?
That's the best Southern producer in my eyes. I mean, yeah, what they were doing with Outkast is untouchable. Like that is probably my favorite Southern hip hop group.
Definitely. I wish they would do something again.
You know, I kind of feel you, but I kind of don't, you know?
You feel like kind of just like leave what they have. Their legacy is
Yeah. One thing I don't ever want to hear is forced music.
That's true. Yeah.
You see what I mean? So if it's forced, if it's not like genuine, you can miss me with it.
What
Probably
about?
not gonna stick anyway.
Is there any other producers, from that era or something that you really liked or?
Let me think. I'm a huge Alchemist fan.
Okay.
I think Alchemist today is probably putting together the most thought out projects, as in production wise. That guy is a genius. And of course, Premier all day.
Yeah.
I'm a huge Gangstar fan.
Hey, shout out to DJ Premier.
Yeah.
Houston claims DJ Premier.
Yeah, being a Houstonian, I gotta represent for Premier.
And what about somebody like a Pharrell or something, or like a Kanye?
I love Pharrell. I love Kanye too, but recent Kanye, I really not fucking with. But
you like his earlier College Dropout?
Yeah, his more soulful music.
Or whenever he was just producing for Jay.
Mm-hmm. That was so fire.
That was.
And a lot of it today is maybe I just don't get it, but and also just what he's been doing is I can't fuck with him,
Yeah. But I mean, what the experimentation? I'm kind of.
No, I'm always down for experimenting.
Yeah.
But it's like you take experimenting and then ran with it. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you took experimenting and never came back.
Yeah, and I know he can. It's there, but
yeah, it's there.
He's, I guess, enjoying his experimentation.
I don't know. Kanye is a different breed.
I don't understand it. So I don't understand his personal things, but beside that,
yeah.
How about somebody like a Timbaland? That was like my era growing up, early 2000s. A lot of Timbaland was around.
Man, I remember listening to Timbaland and Magoo back in the day. I don't know. You're familiar with Timbaland and Magoo?
Yeah.
And some of that production was so tight. Like, I love Timbaland, bro. But, he's probably not someone I would go and just listen to.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I do. He's crazy. Crazy.
What about producers like nowadays, like a Metro Boomin or something?
It's really not my style. Not my style. But like I said, I think there's a time and a place for everything.
Yeah.
Am I gonna go listen to that song in my car? Probably not. But in the club when I'm drinking, yeah, it's a cool song.
Yeah. But I mean, production wise, do you think that they're, dope or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course. I mean, yeah. I mean, there's things that I like and I don't like sometimes,
What don't you like?
I mean, I can't even really think of an example, you see what I mean? Like on a record, but just certain, like a lot of it gets a lot of repetitive and stuff like that. I like music that moves, I want it. And then again, like I do like trap drums to an extent. When it sounds like a robot made them, I'm kind of over it.
Like really kind of electronic kind of sounding.
Yeah, it sounds like a computer made the drums.
I think one producer I really like, was Lex Luger. I think he was really dope.
Yeah.
He definitely changed a lot, I think, but that's just me.
Yeah.
But I listen to everything. I listen to everything from the 90s, but I listen to a lot of stuff from nowadays, especially doing the show.
Yeah, most definitely.
I have to try to keep up with it.
Yep.
But do you have like a dream collab of ever doing like with the
artist or
with an artist or either or with producer or an artist?
Man,
I know you've thought about like if I could just get this into so and so's hands.
Yeah. I'm a huge Rock Marciano fan.
Okay.
I don't know if you know who that is.
No, but I shake my head like I did.
Yeah, no, Rock Marciano, super ill rapper from New York.
I'm gonna have to check him out.
Yeah, he was signed to Flip Mode back in the day.
Okay.
And then he kind of just started doing his own stuff, and now he's killing it. He works with, you know, Alchemist and a bunch of, you know, pretty big name producers. But he produces a lot of his music himself as well.
Okay.
But he's dope. He's pimping drug rap basically, but you know, East Coast style.
So that's one of your dream collabs right there?
Yeah, most definitely.
What do you think of like the state of music nowadays? Of like not even just the production, not even just the rappers, like the business wise, and you know how it's progressing. And
Yeah, I think streams fucked up a lot of it for us, you know. I think that
and then now iTunes is Apple is getting rid of iTunes.
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
It is what it is.
It's
man.
just I think it's one less market for people to actually buy the music.
Yeah, but you know, I mean, I think that if you're a fan of somebody's music and there's gonna be a way you can find a way to buy his music. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Or her music.
Yeah.
Like, if you really support somebody, you're going to know how to go find and buy their music. Now, there's definitely 1,000 avenues, you know, and if you really is rocking with somebody, especially like a local cat, man, that could use the extra bucks, go buy their music. Don't stream that shit.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? But, I mean, I get it. Streaming Jay-Z or Beyonce or all that. They set.
Yeah, Jay-Z's a billionaire
You see
now.
what I mean? Like, they're set. Like, we get it. But I mean, if you really rocking with somebody, if you support somebody, go buy their merch, go buy their album.
Yeah. Even if you, I mean, shit, some people it's tough to actually, but I think that's what shows that you really like are fucking with them.
Yeah.
Because I mean, especially an artist that's barely on the rise, you know, they're trying to get everything they can.
That's support, man.
Definitely.
You know,
you show love to get love.
Yeah.
I like that.
If you really rocking with it,
show it.
Yep.
Show it. Okay. So, how did you kind of get with the Waxaholics and stuff?
Man, that's me and Say Black were working in First Colony Mall at the same time, and we randomly like hit it off, like, you know, chopping it up, and yeah, it blossomed into a huge thing.
Hey, so why don't you explain what it is for everybody who kind of just doesn't?
Okay, yeah, Waxaholics is a collective of music lovers, not necessarily all DJs, but and we all have a love for vinyl music. So Waxaholics, yeah, we've been doing a all vinyl party for the past 7 years. Next February will be 8 years.
Dang.
And yeah, man, that's my family.
That's dope. I saw on your Instagram, you know, you're doing a lot of different stuff with them, and you know, I like that.
Yeah.
Definitely doing something. What's Shadow Gang? Because I'm just kind of
Shadow Gang is.
I saw it on your Instagram a lot.
Yeah, did you?
Yeah, well, I mean, I went all the way to the bottom.
Back in the 2012.
The good old
days. Shadow Gang is a collective of MCs that, or not even only MCs, but collective of cats that I grew up with, and it derived off Dark Market. So the core members of Dark Market started Shadow Gang, and it was basically like all of our homies, and we would get together and get drunk and rap or make beats, and you know, it's kind of just a love. It's my crew. You see what I mean?
Crew. Hey, shout out to them and the crew.
Yeah.
I saw a video on your Instagram where you're doing some chops for, you know, you're doing some scratches for the records.
Oh yeah.
And you were talking about how my scratches are not, you know.
Oh, they were sloppy.
But you're getting better. Have they gotten better?
No.
Why?
I probably haven't even worked on them. Let's be honest.
Man.
I know. I'm a horrible vinyl DJ, bro. I'm trying to get better, but
that's an art.
it is.
I love.
Well, I mean, you know.
I love going on Instagram and just looking at the different DJs and then the way they chop stuff up and the way, man, it's amazing.
Yeah. Vinyl is crazy hard.
But you haven't gotten any better?
I probably got a little better.
Man.
You know.
You have a lot of pictures on your Instagram.
Yeah, I do.
It's a lot. And then before, like at the very bottom, it's just like pictures of shoes and like food. And then you could see where you started like working and then getting more and more. So I thought that was pretty dope.
Yeah, I thought about cleaning it up, you know, but then again, I do. I think growth is important, you know, and I think it's important to show growth because I had 0 likes at 1.2. You see what I mean? So I get it, man, and like I'm a real person, so man, I don't have nothing to hide. You see what I mean? So I just kept it.
I like it. I like the progression. What do you think the progression has been like, you know, just musically and stuff since you started?
A lot, bro. I've learned a lot. You know, I think I think it's also, you know, learning your program or what you're working with to your instruments. Yeah. So, but yeah, man, I think the most. Well, I can't say the most improved thing, but probably my favorite thing that I've improved on is my drums, 100%. I've definitely witnessed them grow. Sample selection and sample chops, you know, you're always you'd be like, how can I flip this different? You know, how can I do this that somebody else wouldn't do it? And see, I always think outside of the box too. You know, I don't want my music to just sound like everybody's making it, you know, or you know, I want somebody to put it on and be like, man, this is crazy. Like, it's soulful, it's dope, it's banging, all the above.
Like you were talking about before, you look back at like your Ransom for Samples or something like that.
Yeah,
and
Samples for Ransom.
It's Samples for Ransom. Sorry, I always get them back and mixed up. But and you say you don't like it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just because it's old to me, you know? Like, I have a thing about my old beats. You see what I mean? Yeah. It's just, you know? But like I said, I think it was for where I was in my life, it was a great project. Like, I had Fife gave me a shout out on that project. Sean P gave me a shout out on that project. Like, you know, some actual bigger names were, you know, giving me love, and, you know, I sent them the project and stuff. But it was about growth, man. You know, like if you want to get better at something, it's you just got to work, man. And that's what it is. I like witnessing growth.
It shows. I mean, you go through some of your earlier stuff, and then you start listening to now, and then you're like, wow, that doesn't even sound the same.
Exactly.
I fucks with it.
That's why I don't like Samples for Ransom. Because it's not banging. No.
Hey, it's not banging enough.
Yeah.
Well, let's get into a little word from the sponsor. Once again, this episode is brought to you by Fish Scale 84. Head over to Fish Scale 84 if you're looking for clothes, if you're looking for anything, you know, you're going out on a date, you're going out a night on the town. Head over to Fishscale, get you some clothes, definitely. Fishscale84.com. Links will be in the description. And Reneka App Builders. Head over to Reneka App Builders if you want anything from websites, apps. Get your own app. Step your app game up. I'm looking into it. Trying to get a Slump Sessions app. If you need social media marketing, anything, head over to RenekaAppBuilders.com. RenekaAppBuilders.com. Links will be in the description below. Once again, we are here with Tony Dark. Tony Dark, again, glad to have you here.
Appreciate you having me, bro.
Okay, let's get into it. Well, back into it. Let's get back into it. I'm curious, like, what does your vinyl collection look like?
It's probably bigger than a normal person's.
Because I see on your Instagram going through, I see like a little, you know, picture. You have like 15 different ones, and then again another 15 separate ones, and then like, man, how many records this guy got?
I got a lot, man. It's probably an addiction.
It is. I want to get some. I got like, see, I'm new with it.
Yeah.
I got like 10
No, this.
But I want to get more.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. Like, they take up a lot of space.
Yeah. I got bins and bins and bins and bins of vinyl at home.
Man.
Bins on bins on bins.
Bins on bins. You got to make a...
Crates, baby.
You got to make a shirt that says that. Bins on bins.
Yeah.
Bins on bins. And then just
fire.
have like a crate with some vinyls.
Yeah,
hey.
that would be fire.
See? Right.
Be fire right there. Bang.
There you go with your little face on it. With the face and the Tony Dark.
Yeah.
The Tony Dark logo, man. So, going on your Instagram, whatever happened to drunk reviews, man?
Man, I was getting too drunk. I promise. It wasn't healthy for me. I had to just stop it.
But you were doing it, what, every
It
week?
started bi-weekly.
Okay, bi-weekly.
And then I started doing it, and then we were like, well, we got to do this every month because bi-weekly, I mean, it was getting bad, bro.
Because I saw the last time I saw you post, it was like last year. You said, I'm bringing back drunk reviews, and then, oh, what happened? Just
I did it once. I brought it back, and I did it once. And I was like, man, I'm getting too drunk with this, bro.
That's the best part, though. That's the fun part.
No, it is. But, you know, like I have a son now, and
You do.
I can't be just like
Can't just be at home drunk.
drunk as fuck. Like waking up on the couch not knowing where I'm at, like.
But drunk reviews, maybe you could do switch it up, some other kind of.
Yeah, I mean, you know, in moderate drunk reviews, maybe
Buzzed reviews.
buzzed reviews. Yeah, I don't know, man. It was fun while it lasted, though. We had a couple good times.
But you do have a son.
I do.
How has, becoming a parent kind of changed you, or like giving you an extra drive or something?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely made me more focused. Seeing my little man.
Definitely.
I mean, it's a big part of my life. I'm a stay-at-home dad, so yeah, that's I wouldn't change it for nothing.
And you actually have a mixed child, right?
I do, yes.
So I'm not sure if you're together with her or
Yeah.
Okay. So you're
my baby mama.
Your baby mama. I mean, but in a society nowadays, do you ever get like dirty looks or anything, or?
Nah, not really.
No?
I don't think we've ever once encountered that, to be honest.
That's really good.
I think I think we live in a good city for it, though. I don't think
Houston's pretty diverse and pretty open. I think that's good. I was kind of curious. I hear people all the time, with a spouse or something of a different race, and they're like, yeah, we've had people say different things, and
yeah,
but
no, we've never encountered anybody being like nasty. You see what I mean? Like, if anything, we get, oh my God, your son's so cute. That's what we get all the time.
Your son's very cute.
I appreciate it. He obviously got his looks from me.
He's gonna have to grow a beard. by 10 years old, he's having a beard.
Yeah. Jesus.
But I think that's good, and we do definitely live in a very good city.
Yeah, I love Houston, man. Houston is definitely home, and there's a lot of good people out here.
Definitely. So I mean, the producing and stuff, whenever you're actually getting into making a beat, what kind of vibe do you like to be in?
High.
Yeah.
Is that a vibe?
That's a vibe.
I mean, it just all depends. Like, it really does. Because sometimes I'll make a trap beat out of nowhere just because I was feeling it, And it's all about the vibe I guess I'm creating. But whether it's... But I don't see there's no prediction in it. You see what I mean? It's almost like a flip of a coin.
Do you like emotions ever maybe sometimes you're like in a bad mood or something, you make a little bit darker sound?
You're definitely correct about that. Like, if I'm hyped about something, I might come out a little more happy or party-esque. But yeah, you're right. Moods are everything.
And it affects, maybe you got some pissed off music.
Yeah, some dark music, some Tony Dark music.
Yeah, some Tony Dark pissed off music. Man, so I think that's interesting, though, just like how your mood and stuff sways, definitely. And I guess in rap, too.
Yeah.
The way,
Oh, it's gonna
shifts.
Yeah, it's gonna influence what you're rapping about 100%.
Definitely.
If you're being honest with yourself.
Yeah. If not,
you know what I'm saying?
You could be in a pissed off mood trying to write something that's happy and it might not come out right.
Mm-hmm.
But getting into the Tony Dark experience. Hey. How was it going into that one?
That was cool, man. That was like I would consider that my first official project. That
had a lot of different people.
Yeah, and it took a lot of organization, you know, and waiting on artists, and you know, yeah, it was a fun project to do, man. I wanted to do that for years, to be honest, but I felt like in that moment I was ready to do it. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you kind of like, how was it working with so many different artists, like having to wait for stuff and.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's stressful, but it's worth it all in the end. You know, it's an accomplishment. It's like a goal.
How long did it take, like, to actually, like, from the start to release?
I would really say probably about. Man, I want to say around maybe 9 months to a year, somewhere around there.
Wow.
It was
a long project though, so.
Yeah, it was 14, 15 songs, I think, maybe.
Let's see right now.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Come on now.
You know, I've slept since then.
14 songs. And you got a lot of different artists on here. See, I got it right there. Pulled it up.
Yeah, yeah. Bang.
Tony Dark Experience. But yeah, that's a long process for.
Yeah, I mean, you know, getting all the artists together, or not together.
How did you choose the artists?
People I liked, and yeah,
just people you fuck with.
People I liked.
Yeah,
artists that I respected. That's
okay.
Easy.
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely. Like every project I work on, or I try to do this. I didn't do it on my last one, but I really like try to get new artists involved that I haven't worked with before.
Yeah,
you know, but then again, it's also I have to. All my projects are passion projects. I feel like, you know, like I'm really like involved in these songs.
Yeah,
and if I don't like your music, I'm probably not gonna, you know, put you on a project.
Yeah.
But it's like I really try to reach out and because I like helping young cats. You know, like I really do. I like helping young cats get a dope sound and shit like that. Like that's why I linked up with Mickey off top. Like his sound was amazing.
Yeah, I looked into some of his music. It's really dope.
And yeah, bro, I literally saw him one time at a show, and I told him, I was like, hey, bro, like I'd love to do a project with you. And we literally started probably that next week.
That last project, Navy Blue. So dang, that's how y'all linked up.
Yeah.
Wow. What did, like, whenever you're getting into doing a project and stuff, I'm just curious, like, how is it going into it and like choosing the beats that you want to actually be on that project? 'Cause I'm sure you had more than 14 that you made.
100%. You know, it's really for my projects, I choose what I like.
Yeah.
You know, what I want to hear rappers on, or what I want to hear artists on. And then I make a folder, put whatever, how many ever beats in there, just say 30, and then I let the artist pick from there.
Oh, okay. So the artists kind of like get to choose the ones that you weren't like, hey, I have this beat I want you to be on, or.
Well, sometimes, you know, if I'm like, hey, well, sometimes,
yeah,
you know, if I have somebody in mind for it, then yeah. And if I think like, cause you know, for the most part, a lot of these artists I work with are friends of mine.
Yeah.
So it's easy. Communication is easy, you know, and I'm like, hey, bro, I had you in mind for this one. If, you know, and say like someone's like, you know, I'm really not feeling that one. Cool.
I got more.
I'll send you a couple more. You see what I mean? Like, no problem. I don't, like I was saying earlier, I don't want to make forced music.
Yeah.
So if an artist's really not vibing on it, or he thinks that he could vibe on something better, then I would be hindering the music to
that's
not let him try something else. You see what I mean?
That's very true.
So yeah, man. And on some of those Tony Dark experience, some of those beats got rapped on twice. And I chose the better song that I liked better.
Okay.
And so I would tell the artist, be like, hey man, you know, and like I said, most of these artists are my people.
Yeah.
So it's really easy to be like, hey bro, and I let them know up front, you know, like, hey, I'm sending these beats to everybody, so there could be a couple different versions. I'm gonna pick the best version, and you know, at that point, it's like, oh yeah,
okay,
makes a little competition,
and a little competition. Like, let me step my
you put a little fire under there.
Let me step it up a little bit.
Yeah.
So, but the Tony Dark experience, man, what was kind of the reaction from whenever you dropped that one?
I got a lot of good feedback. I think Houston Press put it in like their top 20 albums of 17. Yeah, it's you know, it's got a lot of love. That's actually what we did. Got me on. Well, not got me on Be Real, but that's the project that
y'all were talking about.
We talked about on Be Real TV.
And then they even, you know, showed your video and everything.
Yeah,
on
they
there.
showed the Revelations video. Shout out to my man Bryce Blanco.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah,
I saw that interview. I saw that video.
So yeah, it was a positive project. You know, I got a lot of love from it, so I was excited about it.
And then going from that one into Navy Blue, I'm sure it was a whole different experience because Navy Blue had just one artist and you were working exclusively with him.
Yeah,
you didn't have to worry about, you know, all these other.
Yeah. It was definitely and Navy Blue was very organic. Me and Mickey literally made 80% of that album in my living room.
I think it's dope. I'll always say it whenever the producer and the artist are actually together and working together to make the project.
Yeah.
It's not just, you know, buying the beat offline or something. Or I think that's so much better, and I'm sure you can say it's for a way better sound. And
yeah, for sure, for a better song.
Yeah,
makes it a lot more organic. Makes it, you know, a lot more natural.
You're able to bounce ideas off of each other.
Exactly.
Do you ever like have like artists say like tell you something about the beat, like maybe this could be different? Or
yeah, for sure.
You're good with constructive criticism?
Of course.
Because I know some people.
That's how we get better, bro.
Yeah.
Some people want, you know, nah. I mean, but you know, it's all in preference too. It's all subjective.
Yeah.
So I mean, you know, but if an artist is like, hey, bro, can you turn that snare up a little bit? Of course. But you know, I mean, if like an artist is like, hey bro, I got a sample, can you flip this for me? And if I don't like the sample, I'm not gonna flip it. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Or if I don't hear it, if I don't hear what you hear.
Yeah, because I mean, what somebody has in their mind is it's hard to, I'm sure, like projecting like I want this to be done to it, and
yeah.
And then you're off on your own interpretation of what they said.
Well, that and it's also like, if I don't love it, I don't want to put my name behind it. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, bro, like if I'm working with an artist and he's asked me something or, you know, suggest something. Yeah, I'm definitely open for a suggestion. That doesn't mean I have to do it though.
Yeah. That's true. You don't have to. But, getting into your latest project, Self Love, the new one that's, coming out. How is like the last two, Navy Blue and the Tony Dark experience? How is it going into this one differently than those two?
This one it was really very. I don't know, man. It's hard because this one's a very personal project. You see what I mean? Mm-hmm. So like
you can tell just by the name, the title,
yeah,
Self Love.
And I'm actually engaged, so I'm getting married in September.
Congratulations!
I appreciate it. And so you know, I was doing a lot of self-reflection and really making sure that I'm ready for my next steps. You know, and so this project, I wanted this project to reflect that. So I picked a couple artists, cause I knew that they would see my,
Your vision.
My vision, exactly.
And how is it, being so personal on this one? I'm sure a lot of the beats and stuff are reflections of your emotions, like we were talking about.
Yeah.
Was it, hard to do that and self-reflect and get into it, or?
No, I wouldn't even say it was hard. It almost would be easier, I just really wanted this project. I wanted to do this project and not worry about expectations.
Yeah, because I know on the last post you had posted that you had to ignore a lot of like expectations from people and a lot of self-doubt and what kind of self-doubt and stuff. And
I mean, you always are gonna have like what ifs and stuff like that, and as an artist and as all artists, we're all struggling. Okay, if you don't have a day job or a 9-to-5 to actually provide, or help your career, to invest, then you're just trying to get it where you can, bro. And so it was just like
you gotta invest in yourself.
Yeah.
But I'm sure like going into something like this, your last full project other than Navy Blue was a Tony Dark experience, and a lot of people, like you said, you got a lot of good feedback from it. So did you have to try to like tell yourself, I don't need to live up to that, or I don't need to try to compete with myself to outshine that one, or you just wanted to make organic stuff?
Yeah, 100%. I'm not trying to, even though in my mind I know these songs are better.
Yeah.
And it's gonna outdo that project. I wasn't. There's no expectations. I'm not fighting against. You see what I mean? Like nah.
Yeah, because I feel like if you tried, then you're forced music.
Yeah.
You're trying to better your previous self.
Yeah.
And I think it once it's organic, like, it'll show.
Yeah, most definitely.
So what can you tell us about this project? Like who do you have on it and stuff like that?
So I had it's an EP. So it's a 6-song EP.
Okay.
I have my brother Mickey Woods Jr. on it. I have my brother Bryce Blanco on it. I have my brother Danny Watts on it.
Okay.
And then I have my new family member Dope Cow. A homie out in Cali that new to my family.
Wow.
So, and then I actually, my homie Samson Beats out in Cali as well. He mixed and mastered it.
Okay. So I mean, family. I think all these artists that you're working with would you consider either really good friends or family?
They're all family. I would consider them all family.
And that it shows whenever you're actually like I said, being in the studio and able to come up with something like that. It shows whenever you have that kind of personal relationship with somebody, because you're not gonna have them on, like you said, on your track if you didn't like them.
Yeah, most definitely.
And then I'm sure they wouldn't be on your track if they didn't know that you're an awesome producer.
Yeah, I mean, it's about respect. I think everybody I work with really respects my craft, and as well as I respect theirs. So yeah, man.
I think it's gonna be definitely good. I'm waiting for it to come out. I'm anxious to listen to it just off of the snippet that you posted.
Yeah, I really appreciate it.
I'm excited for that one. That one, no, I didn't understand the coming out of the port, but it's just
yeah.
It's you.
Yeah, there was no thought behind it.
Yeah, you're
it was just kind of being
MTV
silly.
Cribs.
Yeah.
Welcome to my crib.
Welcome to my house. This is self-love.
But I've listened to that I don't know how many times, just that clip.
I really appreciate
I pretty
it.
much have that snippet down in my head and it plays. Yeah. And I'm excited for it. Can you tell everybody about like the listening party and the release party that you got coming up?
Yeah, most definitely. So I'm actually doing a private listening party for supporters and people that's just always been around. And I'm going to premiere a music video that night. That's on June 23rd. We got that sponsored by Deep Eddies. Should be a great night. And then in July is when I'm actually dropping the project.
July 21st, right?
21st.
Okay.
That is my birthday. So what better date to drop a project called Self Love than on my birthday?
Very true.
And so it's gonna be an album release / birthday party.
Okay.
And I'm gonna have a bunch of dope merch. Hopefully, we'll have some vinyls on deck. I'm trying to pull out, I'm trying to pull out all the tricks, bro.
Pull out all the stops on this one.
Yeah. So, I have a bunch of creative people that's helped me with my vision as of like artists and like, what's the word I want to use? Just like not artists as in, but like like visual
visionaries.
Artists. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I fucked that one up.
It's okay.
But no, I have I have a couple guys that are really helping me make my merch what I really want it to be.
Yeah.
I think that a lot of people fall short on really taking the time and effort to really do something dope for their fans or supporters.
Yeah.
And I think the merch is a super dope way that you can, show you support, but also be proud of something that you have.
If they're going to wear it, I mean, they want to wear something that's going to be dope.
Yeah. Or even if it's not clothes, you know, even if it's just something tangible that they can buy. But it has to be tight. It's got to be thought out.
Yeah. Because you don't want to just throw something out there that you're not, 100% proud of.
Exactly.
I feel that. And that shows, that connection that you have with your fans and stuff. And your genuine love for the supporters that you got.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's important.
Definitely. A lot of, basically everybody wouldn't be what they're doing if they don't have the supporters.
Exactly.
And I like that you show love to that. You want to take care of them.
Yeah, man. Those are my people.
That's true. Definitely. How can people get a hold of you, for work? If they want to get a beat, how do they get a hold of you?
Man.
But don't waste his time.
Yeah, please don't waste my time.
I saw that.
I'll slap somebody.
I saw that on the story the other day. You were a little upset.
I was. I can't stand that. But at Tony Dark Music on Twitter or Instagram. TonyDark.bandcamp.com is where you could find a lot of my music. Yeah, man, just hit me up. Super easy.
You're willing to work.
Just come with a budget.
Yeah.
Just come with a budget. Don't ask for free shit.
Don't come with a bullshit budget either. I mean, producers
you
take
get
a lot
what you
of
pay for.
Yeah, you take a lot of time and you take a lot of passion in your craft. You gotta you treat it like it's your baby. Each one of these is a little piece of you.
Yep, exactly.
Don't come and waste this man's time, because he will get upset. Definitely.
Bang.
I would.
Yeah, we're gonna send everybody after you.
But man, that's dope. Everybody, man, check them out. What about Apple Music? You have your music on there.
I do.
You have your stuff on Spotify and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Check out the Tony Dark Experience.
Yep.
Check out Navy Blue.
Navy
definitely.
Blues under Mickey Woods Jr.
Yeah.
But
you got the Bandcamp has everything.
Bandcamp has the OG classics.
That's where I went. I spent last night just laying in bed, just with the headphones on, going through it all.
Yeah.
You got a lot of different stuff we didn't even get into. A lot of
most definitely
little projects. 2 songs here, A-side, B-side projects, but definitely go check them out. Hit them up if you need anything, production wise. This guy's a jack of all trades. He's definitely one of my favorite producers out here.
Appreciate it.
I'm glad you were able to come out here. I'm glad to have you on here.
Man.
Hey,
it's a great time.
Anytime. Definitely, check it out whenever it drops. July 21st.
July 21st, Self-Love.
Self-Love.
Follow me on IG. You can keep up with it. Man. Support local music. Support stuff you like.
# support Tony Dark.
Hashtag support motherfucking Tony Dark.
I saw that, and those are creative stickers. I like that.
Yeah.
Hashtag support Tony Dark. And then definitely, yeah, whenever it comes out, copy some merch, man. Support.
Yeah. It's
everybody.
All love, man.
Everybody,
love
man.
Love yourself today, bro.
Love yourself today. I like that. That's going to be my quote for the day.
Yeah, for sure.
Check them out, man. Spotify, Apple Music, everywhere. Check out the music. Be on the lookout for this next project, Self Love. Once again, Tony Dark, I'm glad you're here.
My man.
This episode was brought to you by Fish Scale and Reneka App Builders. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Stay slumped. Hey.
I've been giving my time and attention to the wrong shit. I can't admit I've been neglecting myself. Neglecting myself.